Well, guess what, guys? You don't have to go all the way to Fortnite anymore to watch Dragon Ball, and now you can actually watch good Dragon Ball. Okay, you can watch this, not the bad, not the good. This is the good stuff. Dragon Ball Superheroes, directed by Tetsuro Kodama, and is the latest film in the anime series of Dragon Ball. This movie, our character's seemingly perfect and peaceful world is interrupted when the Red Ribbon Army returns. It is now back, and it has two droids called Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, who begin to wreak havoc, claiming that they are super-like and believe they're doing the right thing. And with so many of the heroes off-world, Piccolo and Gohan have to step up to fight this battle. Growing up, I didn't get to watch a whole lot of Dragon Ball because our family didn't think it was something that I should be watching. And also, at my time of youth, Dragon Ball was for nerds. You weren't cool. You more or less had to see the Pirates of the Caribbean movies if you wanted to be cool. And this wasn't something necessary to watch. And the only time I really saw Dragon Ball was like if it was on TV, but I didn't really understand what anime was at the time. I didn't really understand what any of this was. I just thought it was something fun. I remember being on the TV and I just switched on the channel, and I think it was pretty cool. And that was about it. As I've gotten older, though, and anime's been more accepted, I've appreciated it a lot more, and I've gone back and watched it. And despite the fact that Netflix has put out some atrocious versions of anime lately, I think that this film manages to complete and do what all those other people couldn't. This brings back the feel of the old original Dragon Balls from the 80s and 90s. This is so great of a film. It tries to expand on the universe with a lot of respect. It brings back familiarity while also showing something new. And it's done exceedingly well, and it has a story that I found very interesting. This film kind of feels almost like, to me anyway, The Empire Strikes Back. Not because of how things play out, but just of the depth given to characters and choices they have to make, and how different things affect what happens in the story. This is a very well thought out movie, and once again is drawn in classic form of animation 2D. Not that I'm saying that I think that CG and Pixar style animation is bad. I just am a bit of a sucker for 2D animation. That's what I grew up with, and that's what I like. So seeing it animated still this way, as all anime films are still pretty much, it made me very happy. I think the performances in here are just, exactly what you'd expect from an anime movie. They're good, but they're good in anime, because they're a bit overdone, a little bit hammy, and that's what I want to see from this movie if I go in to watch it. All the fights are still great, and of course they have all the classic, like, moves everyone's going to do, and you're going to have a lot of brilliant looking action, and some great villains. But these villains really are fantastic. I found their dynamic excellent. They manage to be very, they come across as people with a reason, and they have their own understanding of the world, and that view is not necessarily the right view, but it's kind of tainted, and it works very well for me in this movie. The fact that the heroes are having to do things in situations where they normally wouldn't have to, I found very intriguing, and I loved the way it played out on screen. The whole film from beginning to end is just riveting. It's not that long of a movie either. It's pretty short, so it's tight, and it's really well paced. You just keep going from point to point to point because most of these characters are already established. We can jump right in there and you can keep going, but if you haven't seen anything, while it would be a little difficult to follow the story, I think you could enjoy this film anyway. It's a film that lends itself to adventure and heroes and drama, and it leans into all of that very well without overdoing it or becoming corny or hammy or just becoming something stereotypical. This is something that I think is lacking now in most films. And this, again, is made from, overseas. This is coming to us from Japan. And I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it. These foreign films are impressing me way more than the films we were putting out. They seem to have not forgotten how to make a great movie, and this is absolute proof of that. The only real issue I have with this movie is the fact I would have liked some expanded information on some people, some expanded moments, some expanded scenes. But aside from that, this movie doesn't suffer from anything. It's really well made, and it brings back everything that you would need to have in this story. The characters are very relatable. They're excellent. They are well made, and everything in here is just what needs to happen in a movie like this without feeling the need to pack on excess baggage along the way to make it feel like it's a full movie. They understand it can be brief and it can work, and I think that works absolutely gorgeously. I totally recommend everyone to go see this movie. Even if you're not an anime fan, give it a chance. This might just make you one. I'm pretty sure it would. I'm going to give Dragon Ball Superhero a 9 out of 10. So thank you guys as always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see y'all next time.